What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer, and today I have some more information regarding The Sims 4. If you guys like news, updates, and discussion, please hit the sub button, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instagram to bring you guys cheaper Sims packs. If you guys click the right side of the screen or the link in the description, you guys will find a bunch of deals on The Sims 3. It's around $3, and all the expansion packs are under $10 as well. Without further ado, let's get into the bullshit. All right, guys, so a lot of things are going on with not just The Sims, but EA as a whole company. So the deal has gone through. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a $55 billion deal by Saudi Arabia's PIF, Silver Lake, and Infinity Partners. Apparently, this is one of the biggest gaming acquisitions ever. They also mentioned that these shareholders will be getting $210 per share, and EA will be delisted from the stock market. So that means they're going to be going private. And lastly, the original CEO, Andrew Wilson, will be staying on. Now, with this deal, out of the $55 billion price tag, I think around $20 billion of it is debt. So that means the buyers are borrowing this money from somewhere else, and then the $36 billion is coming out of their pockets, which means now EA is carrying that debt. And apparently they have to make like a bunch of like payments, because there's going to be interest plus repayments as well to cover those costs. So basically, what does that mean? So a few things could happen here. One is cutting jobs, laying off a bunch of people. I've seen a lot of people mention that. A lot of people are very worried for the employees that work at EA. There could be massive layoffs with this. Another crazy thing they could do is just cancel Project Grenade, which personally I would not care about in the slightest, because Project Grenade does not sound like something that a lot of simmers are looking forward to. Again, it's been like 5 years since the announcement, and we still don't know anything about Project Grenade. And from what we do know, it sounds like complete garbage. It's supposed to be this multiplayer slash mobile Fortnite Sims game, and I just can't resonate with that. I personally just don't find that appealing. I think majority of simmers want to move on from The Sims 4 and play a new sequel of the game. I know some people disagree with that. I've seen some of you guys say that in the comments, but the way I look at it, if we're going to continue buying packs for The Sims 4, probably not anymore because of all this, but hypothetically speaking, I'd rather spend my money on a new game with a better foundation if we're going to keep on buying packs anyway. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Another huge thing that might happen to pay off this debt is microtransactions. So for example, with The Sims, that means selling like tiny packs. I used to joke around and say The Sims were going to come up with tiny packs, but it low-key might actually happen now because of this deal. And I guess tiny packs will consist of one gameplay object for like 99 cents, $1, I don't know. Or they could open up a Sims 4 store. So if you played The Sims 3, you had the Sims 3 store. It was obviously a bunch of microtransactions, but the store had premium objects. I'm talking new worlds, new gameplay objects, clothing, hairstyles, and they're all just like cut up little DLCs that you can spend like $10, $20 on. So yeah, I can definitely see that appealing to a lot of people, especially if they want like a new world, maybe brand new objects that we haven't seen in the game yet. I don't know, the list kind of goes on, but there's a bunch of stuff they can do with that. Now obviously the downside to that is if they open up a store, that means there's going to be more content. And again, they made that whole apology, which I think now is definitely bullshit. I know a lot of people have been calling out the apology, because looking back at it now, it seems like they were just saying that because they knew this shit was coming. It's very obvious they did this because they want to grab the major sports titles, so like Madden, NHL, FIFA. That stuff is more important to them than Sims. So yeah, there's a lot of problematic things with this deal. Again, I said this last time and I'm saying it again, there's a lot of cons versus pros. It's also the diversity. The Sims is a very diverse game, and the people who bought EA are the very opposite of what The Sims stands for. So there's a lot of clashing with that. Again, there's a bunch of human rights concerns as well. And the image that Sims community showed on their website when they were covering this showed the LGBTQ plus rights, stuff like censorship you can get in prison for. If you label your gender as non-binary, that it's not legally recognized. If you face employee discrimination, it's not protected. Changing genders is illegal. Like stuff like gay marriage is banned. Being gay is also like a death penalty as punishment. So I think you guys understand how bad this is. But yeah, it's very obvious that a lot of people are not happy about this. I have seen some people say, oh, this might be a good thing. The most important thing is making money, right? I know with like FIFA, they've made over like 20 billion. This is like lifetime. Madden's like 7 billion. And the Sims franchise has made over $5 billion lifetime. And I mention this because I think a lot of people agree that if they were to kind of gut what The Sims is, what it stands for, they would obviously lose a bunch of players, which means they would lose a bunch of money. Again, we don't know so far what's going to happen. There's a lot of different variables. They could take money from Sims and put it into like Madden and obviously FIFA. They could see that The Sims is making money, but then this is also a good thing too, because since now EA is private, they don't have to release earnings every like 3-4 months. They can focus on long-term projects while shareholders panicking if the revenue isn't there. So again, if they want to work on The Sims 5 for like 4 or 5 years, they don't have to worry about the investors asking, where's the profit for this Sims 5 that you're making? We need to see some returns. But yeah, guys, it is a lot. I know some people are not going to understand all this stuff. I'm learning as I'm making this video, I am learning what the hell is going on, because it's a lot. Again, the cons outweigh the pros. And again, I've seen so many people just done. A lot of people saying, hey, if this is really it, if this deal goes through, I'm done. Now, there's some really good news that I read on Twitter that I want to go over with you guys. I don't know how true this is. So heading on over to Twitter, Sacrificial Mods posted this tweet saying, according to reports and online sources, EA sales won't be finalized until fiscal Q1 of 2027. Since until then, The Sims 4 and other EA published games will continue to develop as usual with no changes. They say even after the deal closes, The Sims 4 core values like inclusivity, never say these words, bro. Inclusivity and the LGBTQI plus features aren't expected to change. The Sims 4 won't be rewritten to censor or remove existing features. That said, some country specific restrictions could still apply. For example, changes to cover art or marketing material, like the My Wedding Stories pack cover art change in Russia. As for mods, nothing suggests new restrictions or limitations will be added. Bottom line, this is a financial/ownership change, not a Sims 4 content rewrite. Global features are staying. Only country specific compliance might apply, such as Russia or some Arab countries, same as always. So yeah, there is some good news on that part, and there's still some breathing room before all this is finalized. So I would say for right now, like, guys, don't stress too much. I've seen people online saying that they're crying over this. I know I saw one person on the channel say they're going to turn straight because that's the only way they'll be able to enjoy the game. Guys, you don't have to change your sex. Shout out to the boy Brian. Obviously he was joking, but yeah, guys, you don't need to change your sexual orientation or anything. You guys can still enjoy the game. I understand this is very stressful for a lot of people, including creators as well. It's not only the EA employees that are affected. If your content is purely focused on The Sims 4 and that's where a majority of your income is coming from, yeah, it's a big problem. I don't think this will happen, but if they decide tomorrow they want to take out like same-sex marriages and stuff, or like with future updates to add more diversity to the game, they'll like put a stop to that stuff. Obviously people are not going to be supporting this. I'm already seeing some people saying they're not going to support it regardless. Potentially, if you are a Sims focused channel, you're cooked. A lot of people, you guys, myself, other creators who are not like brainwashed, we've been saying that EA is a corrupt, money hungry company and they do not care about the players. And it looks like now they went and sold out not just the players, but also their employees as well. I think I saw this on Twitter. It was by the Sims community. There was a journalist named Stefan, I'm not even trying to pronounce her last name, that wrote a article, and I'll link that in the link in the description. They were able to speak anonymously to some of the EA employees, and they shared their concerns about the new acquisition. And they said two anonymous, if I'm even saying that right, employees at EA voiced their concern about the acquisition. They said one stating that they're afraid of layoffs that might occur with the buyouts. They said with the other stating that this feels like a big FU to all women and LGBTQ plus employees currently working at Electronic Arts. And I know Andrew Wilson did say that today our values and our commitment to players and fans around the world remain unchanged. But again, it just sounds like a load of the community is already in an uproar because the game is in a broken state. Again, everyone is feeling that pack fatigue. People are tired of being tired, bro. And I also heard rumors that they're planning to use AI for cutting costs and boosting profits. This was reported by the Financial Times. So I don't know, guys. It's not looking good, bro. I think the one thing to take away from this is that The Sims 4 itself won't change, but we don't know what's going to happen with future titles. Like if they ever do make a Sims 5, we don't know how that's going to look. And Project Renee, again, I don't care about it, but it might be affected by this. So yeah, my heart goes out to the Sims team. My heart goes out to all you creators. And of course, guys, leave your comments down below, your thoughts and opinions on this. If you guys have made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Also, shout out to my channel members, Day, Anna Kate, and Shari King. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I hope you guys have a good day and take care.